It is my discretion whether if I want to put you in a vehicle or not, and I'm choosing not to.
According to this car rental agent, the customer he is refusing service to was rude to him after he went out of his way to drive her to the bank to straighten out her payment method, which ultimately didn't satisfy the needs of the car rental agreement.
You can go to a different location if you like. I know there's one in Rockingham. Southern Pines has one as well, but I'm not renting you here.
So you're not just you're too.
Ma'am, I gave you a ride to the bank, got you back to the bank, got you back here. You then said I had a smart-ass mouth, so I'm not putting you in the car. Not here. Like I said, you can go to a different location, completely fine, but if you want to pick up from Laurinburg, no ma'am, not today.
You are a real, genuine piece of pure joy.
Okay.
Yeah, really helpful.
Of course, no problem.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. You're welcome.
Not making any headway with her name calling, the customer pivots to a seemingly random accusation.
I feel offended.
Why?
I know why you're doing this.
Why?
Because I'm white.
I literally just put a white lady in the vehicle.
I know. And then.
So what's the problem?
Because I'm white and you offended me.
What?
I feel offended.
How? Why?
Because I feel like you're discriminating against me. I'll see if I can come.
Yeah, call anybody.
So offended.
Okay.
What's your name?
Trey.
Trey.
Yeah.
I will go on TV.
Okay, go on TV.
Offended me.
Go on TV.
My white wife mad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sure does.
I'm so offended.
Okay, be that.
With that, the customer leaves the location,
So you're not just you're too.
and the agent can get back to work, though he does quit his job soon after the incident. Still, a great reminder that if one remains calm, cool, and collected,
You are a real, genuine piece of pure joy.
Okay.
they will always keep the upper hand.
I know why you're doing this.
Why?
Because I'm white. I'm so offended.
Okay, be that.
About 12% of workers in the American auto repair sector are women. And though perhaps not a huge percentage by today's standards, it's still apparently far too many women for one customer who's simply trying to make an appointment
Central service this autumn.
for an oil change.
Autumn, I didn't ask for a female. I would like to talk to a male. My opinion is females don't belong in the service department. They belong behind the scenes doing the paperwork.
Okay. There's not a male in our service department.
Then you can let me talk to my or somebody.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'll get you over to my.
But despite being transferred to a male associate in another department, moments later,
Service this autumn.
she calls back.
I need to make an appointment for Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. I just hope there are no females on the desk when I get there.
There will be some.
There's no males in our service department, ma'am. So unfortunately.
God, that is totally messed up. All right, I need my oil change, but there better be a male mechanic that I can talk to.
Keeping things professional, the employee manning the phone attempts to once again direct the customer to the only person in the immediate area who meets her qualifications.
Okay, I'm gonna get you with my sales manager since there's no males in service, but there's a male in sales, so I guess you can talk to
As
sales
long as
manager.
there is a male in the shop to change my oil, that will be fine. I do not want a female working on my car, and I'll tell you why. The last time I had it after they had something done, it was a 5-minute job. I sat there a freaking hour.
According to the dealership, the woman's oil change never does come to pass.
Okay, let me get you to Tyler, sales manager.
And whether or not her previous visit really did take longer than it should have is unproven.
It was a 5-minute job. I sat there a freaking hour.
But by her own logic, how would she even know? After all,
Central service this autumn.
She is a female.
My opinion is females don't belong in the service department. They belong behind the scenes doing the paperwork.
Okay.
Tensions and entitlement are rising at a convenience store in Sterling, Virginia, as a man begins recording a customer who he claims has been complaining about the checkout line moving too slowly. The woman to her right has stepped aside to let her go first.
Are you in line?
No, she was way ahead of you.
Okay, well, she should be in line and go her turn.
She was before you.
Okay, she should go.
I think she's being polite.
At this point, everyone seems a little perturbed. And as the impatient customer attempts to purchase some alcohol, it only gets worse.
Ma'am, I need your ID.
Now I will put my phone number in.
I just need your ID.
I can put my phone number in.
Everybody gets ID, and mine
My
gets
phone
scanned
number?
every time I'm here.
ID is required to buy alcohol at this store, regardless of one's age.
There's nothing in here for you to ring out.
I have American Express as platinum. I bet that's it.
You have no product in there because you've given me no ID.
But the woman remains unconvinced.
Do you want to give me an ID?
You don't give me a manager.
I am the
She is the manager.
I don't believe it.
I'm here every day. I have to show my ID every day. Just show
Who
it.
the hell are you?
I'm not Karen.
Okay, here's the deal, or I will call the police. Okay? You need
I
to leave.
put
This
my-
is going to do you no good.
That's a very valid card.
Ma'am,
Put it in your-
there's no
put it in your
product
purse
in here
then.
because you won't give me your ID.
Finally, she relents.
Okay, I'll give you my ID. Right here. Here you go.
That's all we had to do.
Here you go.
All we had to do.
But the testy back and forths continue.
Now you can put your platinum.
Yes, platinum. Thank you.
Cool.
It's a platinum.
We're all impressed.
Sweet.
You move
You
it
don't
along.
know
If
anything
they're-
about
You
it.
they're
look very
ahead.
rich. You do.
Yes, I'm rich.
You
I
look
am.
it.
I am rich.
I like your sweatpants.
Yeah,
done.
thank you.
Your nappy hair.
She finishes up her much longer than necessary transaction with one final caustic sign-off.
Have a
I
good
don't
day.
even tell you bye.
Proof positive that even a platinum card's worth of entitlement buys not even a moment of patience.
I forget what I even came in for.
Why do you have to have mine?
It's not yours.
Go away!
This moviegoer doesn't believe he should have to give up his seat just because another customer claims to have reserved it, causing the employees to pause the movie and intervene.
Go away!
That's not gonna.
I pay my money. I have a right to
Just
it.
sit in your seat. Correct?
Yes,
that's
my
not,
seat.
That's not your seat.
How can you tell it's not my seat?
Because your ticket has your seat number on it.
Whatever.
Let's find it.
Whatever.
This can easily
Do
be
your own
resolved
policy.
in
No,
your
no, I'm gonna be
argument.
because you're big and
I am not.
I'm a patron here.
Okay, and I'm trying to find
And this
your
will be
seat.
the last time that I come to this theater. All right,
great.
I paid
That
my
sounds
money.
great.
Does
Please-
anybody
please
here
don't come
think
back.
that
Please
this
don't come
is
back.
actually a thing where it's like it doesn't matter where you sit? It's not assigned seating.
It is.
Go sit in your own seat.
As the customer continues his rant, a manager steps in.
Right here,
Sir, we're not doing this.
one seat off.
We're not doing
One
this.
seat off. So if I were to move over one seat, everything would be okay.
Sir,
Is that what you're saying?
you're disrupting.
Is that what you're saying?
Listen.
Does that mean?
Are you gonna listen?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Be my pest.
Okay. At this point, you are disrupting the show for these fine folks. We're gonna ask you to leave. We'll get you a refund though. I'll be nice and get you a refund.
I don't know. I might want to be taken out in handcuffs now.
Sir, come on.
With handcuffs not currently an option, the man makes a slightly more reasonable request.
I want more than just a refund.
Okay.
Can I get a drink?
We'll take care of you in the lobby.
Fine. And then I won't come back.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
And with that unbeatable offer in the bag,
I still think I'm being the bigger person here.
he makes his grand exit.
Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your movie.
No word on what kind of drink he got,
Can I get a drink?
or if the movie lived up to the action-packed interruption.
We'll take care of you in the lobby.